Hey folks, well, I'm starting the filming of this vlog really just a few days before it's actually getting uploaded to the channel because this last couple weeks have been just an absolute whirlwind with everything leading up to Christmas and then of course being behind on microphone work orders. Really haven't had a whole lot of time to kind of devote to this, so I'm just going to spend a few minutes kind of going over everything that's happened. Bentley, almost 4 now, is really kind of starting to understand the excitement of what's waiting for him on Christmas morning. You know, that excitement really started to kind of ramp up last week when we went to this Christmas brunch, which is a new tradition for us. You know, we go and get to see Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they always have an incredible spread of food and desserts, and this year was no exception to that. Bentley was a little bit too shy to sit on Santa's knee, but he was able to tell him what he wanted for Christmas, and I'm pretty sure he came through.
He's really into superheroes right now, so he likes some superhero movies. Yeah. Make it sparkle nice and bright. Reindeer flying around, and it will guide them through their home. So Christmas Eve, bring it on the ground, and then the reindeer can see all the sparkle.
Christmas Eve, you know, we got to see a whole bunch of family members that we weren't going to be able to see for Christmas, and it's also my mom's birthday at Christmas Eve, so we spent a good part of the day with her as well. Christmas morning, we actually had to wake Bentley up, but then when he went into the room where the Christmas tree was, you know, having a child that young on Christmas morning, it's always magical, and he was so fixated on the fact that the cookies and the cocoa was gone, he almost didn't see all the presents.
Did he eat them?
Yeah. And then a cocoa with you.
Oh my gosh.
Ripple it.
Show us.
He drank the cocoa too?
Yeah. And not all of it.
Christmas Day, you know, visited a whole bunch more family, and we went to one of my family members' homes where my whole family kind of converged for Christmas Day and the meal. And it was actually kind of warm for Christmas Day in Vermont, and it ended with just this incredible sunset, which was a perfect end to the day. A few more work days later, it was the weekend, and then you know, some of Becca's family came and stayed here. We had another Christmas. It's always nice to see family members that really you only get to see a couple times a year. This year was new in that I received some packages from you folks, the viewers and the fans of my videos, and a lot of them were actually for Bentley, which was very exciting for him. Some cool coins and actually some toys as well. So I have to thank all of you again for sending that stuff. It's very, very kind. Yesterday we had a terrible ice storm and windstorm. Things were flying around everywhere. Our gas grill flew off of the deck, which is not something I've ever seen before. The ice was so bad that everybody stayed home. Everything was closed, so we had a snow day yesterday. And now today is New Year's Eve. So I'm going to continue making some microphones. I think we've got a couple other things planned tomorrow because it's New Year's Day. Everything is closed again. But I've got like 100 Green Mountain shirts that I need to fold. I just got them in. All the stocks are replenished on the website. I need to fold all those and put them away. And again, I have like way too many microphones to make. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get to work. So it's New Year's Eve, and we're starting the first round of our junk food that Becca's cooking for us. What do we have here? We've got some spinach artichoke dip and a little veggie plate, but we have more junk food coming up, right? Mm-hmm. And we just did some sparklers outside, and a little tradition we have over the last couple years is making some homemade fireworks, which is kind of dangerous, so I'm gonna make them, not really show you guys what I'm doing, but then we'll fire them off in the yard. What do you have going on now?
Potato skins, wings.
Nice. So I put a couple of these together, my own recipe. They, you know, little cannon fuse, because who doesn't have a little cannon fuse laying around the house? And these are nickel tubes for storing nickels, the coins, nickels. Hey Bentley, come here, we're gonna shoot off some fireworks.
We're gonna shoot this thing off, okay? Dad is gonna run it outside and light it. You ready?
Oh, yeah, black stuff.
This black stuff is called black powder. It goes boom.
Boom, 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 boom!
Alright, we'll leave one of these right here. I'm gonna go out in the yard a little bit so I don't burn my house down. Alright. There it goes. Looks like it's inside the food. Oh! Making all the dogs in the neighborhood bark. What do you think? Should we do the other one? We'll do one more. Happy New Year!
We're gonna open this. It's gonna go.
Bentley, the stuff inside here is really bubbly. And when I unwind this, it might just pop right up into the ceiling.
Here,
You see?
let's back up.
Nope. You gotta help it along a
That
little
way. Or should we go over there? Here, back up.
bit. The whole thing is gonna explode.
Yay!
Hey, now it's a celebration.
That involves something.
You're dead to So Bentley, tonight is a special night. It's called New Year's Eve. What's going to happen is this ball is going to drop down. And when it gets to the bottom, we're all going to go, yay! Okay? When it gets to the bottom, blow in your whistle.
They don't even make noise. I didn't know that when I bought them.
You have to give somebody a kiss when it gets down to 0.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Have a nice year.
Happy New Year! You want a kiss too? Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
we both get kisses.
We just took a little trip into Bennington to run some errands, and Bentley saw from the distance the Bennington Battle Monument. He said, "Oh, what is that?" So we decided to drive up and take a look. Bentley's actually already been in there. We went all the way up to the top. There's an elevator, but he was very young, so he doesn't remember. This is Old Bennington, where the monument resides, and all these buildings are 1700s. The monument was built where, from what I understand, the storehouse was, with a bunch of supplies that the British wanted to take. And so The Americans marched and met them in New York before they got here. And that's where the Battle of Bennington happened. And then they put up the monument in the place of the storehouse to commemorate the battle. All of these buildings are awesome up here. From what I understand, metal detecting is very frowned upon in this area. Well, it's Thursday morning, and I just dropped Bentley off at daycare. And I have a few hiking trails that I know of that are at, varying elevations up here in the mountains. And I have a trip planned this coming week that's at the elevation that I'm at right now. I just wanted to stop by and check out what the snow accumulation is like. Maybe the ground is hard as a rock, and I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna go for it next week as long as we don't get a bunch of snow this weekend. I was thinking I really haven't been out in the woods for really the whole month of December. It's just been one thing after another. Haven't had a chance to get out and do anything, so just missing it. Follow this stream up a ways and see if anything changes here as far as snow conditions, but I think we'll be good. Sun's just coming over the mountains here. And I have a pretty busy day today, but figured I'd get out and try to enjoy nature a little bit before the craziness starts. I never really talk about this in the videos, but I've had maybe a dozen, 15 or so production companies contact me and do interviews about television shows. And I never talk about them because as of yet none of them have happened. But I have one of those today, video interview over Skype. Making a television show, saw my videos, and interviewing as one of multiple hosts of this show, I guess. They gave me a write-up to read about what the show is about in detail, and I haven't read it yet, so I need to go home and do that, and then get on my computer for the interview. It's one of those things where the first one, I was so excited, I was telling everybody about it, and then, never happened. And then after subsequent interviews, it's less and less exciting, but hey, you never know. This one could be the life-changing one. We'll see. Probably not, though. I have less and less faith about production companies and television shows that find their talent on YouTube, but you never know. So I'm gonna keep on walking up this trail. Enjoy the morning. We'll see you next week for a metal detecting video.